entire hour.
It may be the lowest price item we ever sell here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at these. We just got these in the show.
You actually have not seen this.
This is.
Wait, this is what happens.
This is a coin that's been around for almost as long as me.
But I love it when you, because here's what happens. Sometimes they physically fly these coins in via an airplane to get them onto the air tonight. So when I see him pick one up to take a good look at it, I'm thinking, he's probably hadn't seen this one in a while, but this is really cool.
I've probably seen 100,000 1964 Kennedy half dollars. Okay, we sell 1964 proof sets, and it's the first year of issue of the Kennedy half dollar. So they did proof sets in 1964. It was the last Philadelphia minted proof set ever done by the United States government. And so I see lots and lots of those. But the thing was, it was the very last year of the Philadelphia Mint making proof sets before they moved that capacity. So the equipment was old, it was outdated, it was all that. So they didn't make very good coins. So I have the first year of issue of Kennedy half dollar, which is a big deal. But here's the key. I've got it in proof 67. Now today we're used to proof 70s, proof 69s.
We're a bit spoiled.
That's right. In 64, there are no proof 70 Kennedys. Okay, proof
zero. There's zero.
Proof 69 Kennedys, I think, are $10,000 or $20,000 coins.
Oh,
okay,
good gosh.
Proof 68s are 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I went out there. I found this coin at like $179 in places where it's even more. The fact that I have got any quantity of these at less than $150 is literally a miracle. What happens is we ran across an incredible group of what had to be really early minted 1964 proof sets in the original boxes.
Oh, wow.
So we had boxes of 100 as they came from the United States Mint, and they had been basically sealed for, I don't know, what is that? 50 years, 55 years. We open up the boxes and the coins were spectacular. Usually they're spotted or they're misstruck. And one of the cool things about the Kennedy, can we get right in here, as close as we can to his hair? It's a big deal.
Cool.
It's a big deal because what happened is when they first did the Kennedy half dollar, they went to Jackie Kennedy and said, "Hey, do you like this?" They used his inaugural medallion, and they said, "Absolutely, you can use that." She goes, "But you have to add hair." You didn't have enough hair. And so they put in all this, and it's called a high relief, in essence, a high relief Kennedy in these early years, and particularly in the proof coins. If you look at a Kennedy half dollar today, that's all smoothed back out. So you don't have all those hairlines.
Really?
It's like you lost a comb, you know what I'm saying? Is what happened. So this first year is the way the Kennedy half dollar was supposed to have. And on top of that, we're in a phenomenally high grade. Now they always say buy the highest grade that you can afford. Proof 67 in a 1964 first year of issue Kennedy normally is the most affordable, starting at about $150 and even on up from there. At $69.95, you now have an opportunity to buy an extraordinarily high grade Kennedy half dollar. Extraordinarily high grade Kennedy half dollar. Because if you go one grade higher, PF68, you're looking at 10 times, 20 times, 50 times more money than this coin right here for a proof 68, and proof 69s are just basically non-existent.
And there's no 70s. No one's ever found a 70.
No 70s.
That's great. Now, how important is it that it's first year of issue?
Well, I mean, you know, the people, what do you collect? You collect the bookends, first year, last year.
That's right.
Okay, first, everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly.
You want the first.
Yes.
To begin with.
100%.
And you want the highest grade in the first that you can get, right?
Yeah,
So
and so first year of issue, keep in mind, the only year the regular issue Kennedy half dollar was made in 900 fine silver. After that, it was in 400 fine silver until 70, and then after 1970, it wasn't made in silver anymore until they revised the American proof set, started doing special silver proof sets in 1992, and they started making 900s again, but it was a supplemental coin in essence. This was the last regular American coin to be made in 900 fine silver. It was in 1964.
It was the last and the first.
And for the Kennedy, the first. So I said you'd collect the last year and the first and last. This is a first and a last.
And a last in both.
Okay. And then in phenomenally, ridiculously high grade for the price. That's the amazing part about this.
That's the key to the value of this
100%.
Now, just a little FYI, just if you've never seen the show before, this is unlike any other show we do. We don't bring in 25,000 of anything. He would love to. If he could pull that off, he'd be happy man and probably retire if he could do that. But we don't. In this case, we actually started with only 300 for the entire country. We're in 87 million households.
And you have to understand, 300 is about 285 more than anybody else in the world has. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Okay? In proof 67.
Okay.
Now, if you get this in proof 61 or 62 or 63, which is the normal grade, 64 is considered a high grade, 65, now you're starting to get really collectible. We're another 2 grades higher than that. The population on this, which is in other words how many of these there are, is minuscule. It's 1/100% of the mintage of how many of these have certified in proof 67. Like I said, there were millions of the proof sets made. There's only several thousand of the proof 67s.
Wow.
That's the incredible part, is the population on this is so phenomenally small.
Is this like a treasure hunt for you to find this? When you guys discovered these proof sets were even available, and you come about them in the craziest ways.
Oh, estates, you know, you have no idea what people save. It is crazy. And then all of a sudden, you know, we get a call and like, okay, and then you fly out there and you go, wow. I mean, like, okay, where did that come from?
Isn't that crazy?
It is so I got like goosebumps right now thinking about some of the things that we found.
It's like a modern day treasure hunt. It's so cool. And then when you then at that point they're in proofs, so you don't even know how they're going to grade at that point. No. You can only guesstimate by your fine eye, but you have no idea they're going to be 67.
And proof 67, like I said,
you must have been thrilled when they came back at 67.
We were so happy there. It's almost impossible to find. First year of issue. It's an incredibly important American coin. The price is absolutely spectacular. It's the highest affordable grade that's out there. I've never sold that coin. I've been here for a long time. I've never sold a proof 67 NGC Kennedy half dollar on the air ever before.
This is it.
Very first time.